Welcome back to episode 38 of my Stationeers Mars playthrough. Last time we did a few things to try and capture a bit more nitrogen because I want to be able to expand the size of the hab. But this time we are going to do something which hopefully will give us some more nitrogen. It's also going to give us some more hydrogen, which is we are going to do some work on the composters that we've talked about. However, we also last time were experiencing power problems with the hab, so we are also going to attempt to split the power networks in here, and I think I'm going to split basically where it separates here. I'm going to split there. So we're going to start with some more cable. I think we're going to need quite a lot of cable, I'll be honest. Let's start some of that. Oh, we actually already had quite a bit in there. Anyway, right, let's get that running. Right, so we are also going to need quite a lot of chutes, because what I'm actually going to do is to set up a chute network that runs from the hab, and this might be a mad way of doing it, but this is the way I'm going to do it, because I want to put the composter out here. I want to put it out here because it generates hot hydrogen and nitrogen. Not super hot, not like the pink gas hot, but hotter than I'm happy having splurging around inside the hab. I think it will be enough to ignite in the atmosphere in there. So we're going to probably put it over here. Then we can route the nitrogen directly into there and the hydrogen directly into there, unless it's coming off at too high a temperature, in which case we can link it straight up to the hot gas system. Appreciate that will take a little bit longer to recover if we do it that way, but I think that's a good solution. However, obviously all the organic waste that we're going to want to feed it is coming out of there, so I'm going to run a chute network out of here somewhere. Not quite sure where that's going to go yet, but out of there somewhere, basically broadly across here, and I'm going to run it right around the back here, and we'll keep it low down because I think we still may want to increase the size of this switch room. So I'll probably open these frames and actually run it underground underneath here, and then we'll figure out, I'm not sure where we're going to take it, but basically we need to get it over there, so we might lift it and take it overhead over this lot. We'll see how it goes. That's my plan. We're going to start colour coding chutes because I think, as we've discovered in the greenhouse, it causes slightly less catastrophic problems than lack of colour coding in the gas pipes, but nonetheless it still causes problems. And in the same way that I'm using the khaki colour for dirty gas, I'm going to use that same colour for organic waste. Right, I want to open that. I actually just want to put one of those away, but I'm going to put them both down for a minute. Right, come on, we need some more of that. Right, so the next thing to do is, let's get this sprayed because we're going to need some green cable. And throw that in there. Let's get that there, and make some more of those. Oops. Okay, Okay, well that's 29, that's a decent start. Actually just thinking if I could probably run it along here. If I opened these frames, that would actually be the most efficient thing to do, wouldn't it? Right, let's right, we'll get these all opened up. And then we can run. Alright, that's a mix of steel and iron frames. Obviously some of the early ones we built were iron ones before we switched over to steel. I will do it like this though, because I want to obviously retain that as a pressure wall for the internally pressurised areas, so I don't want to run that underneath. Well, I might want to run that underneath, but I'm not going to risk it because I think that would be foolish. So what we're going to do is we're going to go that far down. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to go that far down and I'm going to line it up in the right place. That was just silly. Right, okay. Oh, it's being remarkably fiddly now. Smash straight into the water pipe. Okay. You can see why I didn't want to run this along the top level surface. It just starts to get a bit too complicated. Oh, turn the jetpack off, I can't move. That's the other one. I thought there was one more. Right, we're definitely going to need some more. Whoops, there we go, under there. Missed that one there. It's very difficult to get with all the other things in the way, very difficult to get the right interaction point to do them at the right height. And to hold it long enough to actually place something down. Right, okay, that's the start, so let's get those re-welded. Hopefully, by now we will have another stack ready to go. In fact, we'll hopefully have another 2 stacks ready to go. I think we're going to need another one. I'm going to print some more anyway. Right. Okay, I think that's all the steel ones done now. Be careful not to hit the wire when welding, it will burn it. Yep, there we go, right, okay. So some of these were solid ones. Let's reclose these, because these were the ones that were solid, because potentially there's hab underneath. Right, okay, I think we must be nearly where we want to get to. Okay. This is going to be fiddly getting into here, isn't it? Oops. Okay, well that's another approach, just fall through. Even then it's very... that's it. Oh, I had it, and I moved the mouse one tiny bit and it disappeared. No, that's not going to happen. Let's come around this way. Right, okay, we're going to need to... oh, that's annoying. Right. There we go, right. Underneath all of this lot. And then we'll bring it up here. There we go, perfect. Right, okay, let's get some stuff re-welded. Okay, there we go. How's this getting on in here? Okay, well, we've still got an awful lot of CO2 in there. It is gradually cooling down, to be fair. It's at 200 degrees earlier. Yeah, we're reclaiming tiny amounts of anything else, but it's all helpful. Right, for now I'm just going to stick these onto here. We'll probably have to do some routing at the other end. Actually, I need to think about that. Having just done that, I'm going to need some to go through the wall anyway, so let's just take those 3 there. Because I ran it towards the wall, but I didn't even actually go up to the wall, did I? So first of all, 1 in there, 1 in there, and then from the inside we'll just put an inlet chute. Which I can't do with any 1 anyway, I needed 2. Brilliant. Should have thought of that. Okay, let's put that down for a minute. Right. Wow, that is a lot of tins of soup. Okay, so next thing we're going to do while we're in here is we are going to look at this cabling. Let's see if we can split this. So I do still want that red cable to run down here through there, because we do need to get it into the switch room, but I also need to get a green cable into the switch room. Is that right, or should I have taken this one? Gee, I don't think it matters. We'll do that. Okay, of course that's the top of the wall underneath. Right, okay, that's fine. So, right, let's just pick these up. Add them to there. Right. Okay, so the green and the red cables do need to come down. Actually, this is a little bit trickier than I thought, because I'm stuck on a piece of rock. Because I actually need to switch the order of them over, don't I? Let's pull this floor up first of all. Angle grinder, of course it is. Ooh, wrong way round. Throw that there. Look at that, you never know what you might find lurking under the floor. Right, okay, so I really want to run all of this in green, and I want to run a red cable from that join, wherever it is. I guess I want to run it from it. Does it come through? There, that's the... Yeah, okay, so that red cable I want to just run straight down somehow. Whereas all of this should be on the green network, as should everything down there. Okay, so I think we're going to need to remove the front of that wall. May need to remove the whole wall panel to be able to see what's going on. I think we will. Oh, does that just... No, that goes that way, right, okay. Let's just drop some of these for a minute so I can see what's happening. Right. Okay, that makes it a little bit easier actually, because I could snip the red cable down there and and route it further out. Have I got any other cable with me? No, I haven't. Right, okay. Where that's going in there though. I can't remember how we set this up. I'm going to have to take these off as well. And actually I'm going to have to take at least one of these two out. Oh, it's not going anywhere. That was just confusing. Right, okay. Well, I've made a right mess in here, however. That's the first thing to do. It's really fiddly to see what's going on up there, isn't it? Right, okay, we're going to have to take that piece of ceiling out as well. This is turning into a major operation just because I can't see where the cable is. Nearly lost that through a gap in the world. Right, okay. So that one could become a simple corner, and that would work. No, that's the wrong way round, isn't it? Okay, so these actually need to end up on different networks. Right, let's figure out how to get the power down here. So the green cable network can come in here. That's the first thing. And then that can connect on, so we need to drop it lower than that pipe to get round. Run it round here. Okay, so that will allow us to connect this to the green network. So maybe it's as simple as leave that on the red network and let it run down there. Ah, dropped the wrong thing. Okay. Does that serve any purpose other than, I guess it's powering all of that? I'm going to put that through there. I haven't decided which one we're going to run the elevator on yet. Right, I definitely want to cut that. And then this connects onto the green network here. Which is obviously not yet connected, but that way round. Let's do as much of this as we can. I mean, it's a bit optional as to which one this is on, but I'm going to put it on green.
Hydration critical.
No, go in there. What are you doing? Go in there. Right, okay, so that is the green network, that is the red network, so at least that's enabled us to see what's what. So what I'm now going to do is figure out where am I going to bring the green network down, and I think the logical thing to do is to try and bring it down here. But obviously we can't. Okay, that was why we didn't do it that way, but we can run it along the top of the door. Just create a bit of separation here. To make sure if there's any more cables inside this wall we don't accidentally connect to them, because I do not want to do that. Okay, looks like that's going to need a bit of work, but at least we've got the green cable down to here. Which means this can then be the green cable along here. Okay, I think we're going to have to do... we are actually going to have to make that red and then run the green around slightly further out actually. Damn, that's irritating. Kind of wanted more space in the switch room for, more space in the switch room for green than for red, because I think we're going to want it that way round, but that's how it is. Stick that through there. Okay, then the red cable can go through here, and I think, whoops, not quite got enough. Okay, I think that's that. Now I've got to figure out what's going on inside this wall here. Right, that's where the purple curves under there. Right, okay.
Power critical.
Right, we haven't got a lot of room to manoeuvre here, have we? I don't really want to clip into the corners of the windows because it just looks really bad. I wonder whether we can move that slightly though. Let's find out. Clear this right out while I'm down here. Right. Guess we're going to have to remove that off there as well. Okay, so that must come down there through this corner. So it could go down further back. I'll just have to modify how it runs. It's amazing what a major operation it can be just to do a bit of rewiring actually. Okay, so if I wanted to bring it down here, there we go, and then that can branch in there, that would work. Then we can take that out of there, make that a straight one. Okay, good. Hopefully that's all reconnected, although it's kind of hard to tell at the moment. Now what we need to do is grab that. Should have connected the green on the outside really before I did this, but never mind, I didn't. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Whoops. Right, and then I'll just need to put all this back together again after, I guess. Just make sure this is super clear. I'm not so fussed about the stuff that's further in, although I do want to do that. Right, okay, so guess now we go back topside and connect the green network. That's going to have to connect across there anyway. Have I got any more cable? Yes, I have. Alright, there we go. Right, okay, so let's go do that. I think we've split. Oops, that's my power failing as well. It might just need to do a few bits of things on the way out, like have a quick drink. Hit that and switch that. Right, I wonder whether I've actually got enough cable. Of course, I've still got to get it across this purple, haven't I? I'd forgotten about that. Huh. Where'd it go? There it is, 9. Right. I mean, I guess there's the easy solution, which is just to go over. Or there's the go under solution. Actually, which I could do. Would be a lot neater. It's going to need a turn and 1. Okay, so we're going to need 3 more bits of cable to make that work. Hopefully I have some. In here. Right. I've got a lot of fixing to do to put all this back together again. Okay, success. That is now actually powered up. Okay, so let's start fixing up some of these. Okay, we're going to need to recharge the welder actually, given the amount I've got to do downstairs to put this back together. There we go. What a mess. And this is still not right because that's not powered. Let's close that up anyway. Right, that's one less area to have to worry about. So the green, let's just check that it traces up there. Have I just not connected it at the top? Oh yeah, no, that's all. That's fine. So what I need to do now shouldn't be as simple as it's just not, because I can't figure out how to cross them over. I think we're going to have to go up inside that frame. Just far enough to cut through the corner. Yep, that will work. As long as We actually can cut through that frame without depressurising anything. I think we should be fine. That's all internal. Yeah, we're not right by the edge. No, let's do this. That's okay. There we go. Right, that was very fiddly. Right, we've now got options on whether we power the lift from the top or the bottom. Good, and everything's up and running down here. Now I've just got to put the whole base back together. Right, so let's start with walls. So some easy bits. There was a wall, and it was there. And there was another wall that was there, and one that was there. And one that was up the top there. Okay, is that all of it? Okay, so the question is, have I actually missed a piece of wall, or did we just have double glazed? I think we just had double glazed somewhere. That's... oh no, we've missed that one up there. There we go. So we're still missing a piece there. Okay. Don't think we've got any spare walls down here. No, doesn't look like it. Okay, no worries. Right. Okay, well at least that's running. That's a problem now, because it's now on the wrong network. So we'll have to think about that. However, the next thing to do is seal that frame. Seal that frame. There we go. Right, okay. Right, so gas sensor atrium, logic atrium. Right, so we just need to remove that. I say just need to, this is actually going to be kind of fiddly to do. It's going to possibly not work there because I don't think I can put cable into that side. No, I can't. Okay, so we can do it, but it's going to be a pain. It's not the most efficient space use. Right, now we'll have to pull up the floor in order to connect the purple cable. Okay, I can connect it on there. Slightly less distraction to cause. No, wrong way round. Right, okay. I think we'll take that coal with us. And then finally, through here, we just got to find the gas sensor. Logic mirror gas sensor atrium. So when you change logic mirror gas atrium, when you do something like that, even if you call it the same thing, and in this instance I didn't actually call it the same thing, even if you call it the same thing, you'll need to reprogram, because although the chip's called the same thing, it's actually a different instance of the chip because I removed and replaced it. It's just, I don't know whether it's just giving us a 0.6 anyway. Wait, actually, hang on, it should it alternate? Don't know, it's not throwing an error, so that's a good start, and I was able to connect it. I think we're okay. Right, let's close up the server room. Still haven't put the floor down here, have I? Okay, I think I've put it all back together. It's just like this when I found it, honest. Right, okay, so next stop. No, not quite. Next stop is to put together a composter. I didn't find any more chutes, never mind. Right, I'm going to leave those pumpkins because I actually want to feed them into the composter in a minute. Once we get this working, what I can do is then have half the produce or something like that just directed down to the composter. Right, I need another chute. Come on. Right, now again, I suspect the composter is an electronics thing because, you know, that's how it is. Right, we need more steel. happened there? Oh, it must have been too much power to run both at the same time. Chuck them inside. We will need more chutes anyway once we connect this up, but right, I'm not going to try and make anything else while this is printing because I'm not sure what happened there. I don't know why there should have been so much power draw. There's not much else running on this network, is there? It's actually turned on at the moment. I suppose there's a number of machines sat on idle. No, 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 I don't want to. I do not want to. Right, so first things first, we're going to just place this down. I'll probably have to move it before we're done, but I want to place it down and just get an idea of how we're going to set this up. So it will need water, that's okay, we can run water. It needs power, and then it needs a chute network, but it needs to be in an enclosed space because it just emits gas, it doesn't have a gas exhaust. And in fact, furthermore, I think it has an issue with its electronics, unless it's been fixed. It used to have an issue with the electronics on its activate not actually working. So you have to have it sticking half through a wall so that you can press the button manually, which is really irritating. But I think that means it has to go here. Okay, so we're going to feed the input chute through this side. The output chute can come out here. I don't really care too much. We will use the compost because why not? But primarily the point of this is I want to generate hydrogen and nitrogen from the process. What do we need to actually complete this? I suspect steel sheets will be a starting point. Yeah, I thought so. Let's just do that and see where we get to. That might even be it. That's it, done. Right, okay, that was simple. Right, that's the output. And that's the input. So that needs to connect to there. This needs to be inside a cell. And then we need to be able to press that button because I don't think you can do it programmatically. Although it's got an activate command, it doesn't seem to work. We need to run water in and then we need to suck gas out of this enclosure that we're going to put it inside. Okay, let's get on with building that then. So we're going to need 5 walls. We are going to need more chutes. Right, we want an active vent. We're going to need many pipes of many types. That rhymes. Right, actually, have we not got, I think we may have got some. I think we've got water pipes. I can't remember whether we used them for some other project. Oh no, we used them to extend the radiator. Right, okay, that's fine. Let's get started with this. about the best way to do this. We'll put them on the inside of the front. Right, okay. That one's an easy one. Oops, I should have done that, and then I should have done that. And that. Stack that. Since you have some windows in here so we can see the state of it. And then hopefully 1, 2, damn. There we go, at least we can see what's next in line. Right, okay, let's do that. Active vent, whoops. Go onto here. Let's think about the best way to wire that. Where is the nearest cable? It's coming from this side. So we're going to wire it. Yeah, we'll put it that way. Put it up there just so it's a bit easier to see. We're going to set that inward and we're going to turn it on. We can always have a power switch or some description out here. Right. Next up,
Hunger caution.
okay. So now we've got to run water pipes. We may as well use those two insulated water pipes. Don't know how warm it gets in there, but you know, that's not going to make much, is it? We also need some glass.
Power low.
Right. And water. Okay, we're going to want more iron in a minute. Okay, so we can connect the water pipes, I'm hoping over there somewhere. We've already run them most of the way, so hopefully we can come up with a mechanism to obviously this side of here and then run them across. That is what I am hoping. Right, okay, before we do that, at least then we can see where they're coming out. did I not put... I mean, that's the easy one, but why won't this... Am I going to have to do this and go inside and do it and then find that I'm then trapped? Probably. No. Oh, come on, I had it for a second. Trying to find the hitbox for putting these on is just a right pain. Done. Right. Okay, so we need quite a lot of water pipes and a few gas pipes. Actually, probably quite a lot of gas pipes, let's be honest. So let's get those printing. And then once we've done that, then hopefully we can get this all connected up and start to make our own, sorry, I just got something in my eye, start to make our own compost, but more importantly our own hydrogen and nitrogen. Pipe, where are you? Pipe always seems like it's in my head. Pipe's like right near the top, and I'm like, oh, I'll just scroll down to it, and actually, it's really, really not. It's all the way down the bottom. Where's the one? Oh, they're all the way over there. Right. Okay, let's get this connected. Scramble over all the pipes. Right. Where am I going to get this through here then? I don't really want to run it through here, around the back here, because I want to connect it from this branch. So it's obviously much more sensible if I can find a way to get it across here, but I'm not sure how I possibly can. I'd have to run it across here and then up and over, which is so far so good, could be done. I suppose I could go up and over here. It's kind of interfering with the fuel tank valve a little bit at that point though, isn't it? Talking of which, let's allow that to repressurize a bit because it's looking a little low. I guess, or I take it just up and above that. Take it over the top here, which could work. It's a bit ugly, but I don't want to, I can't open these because obviously that's pressurized. I mean, the other option is, again, we do as we've done with some of the other stuff, we go underneath, and I think we might just have to do that now. I was trying to avoid it, but I think we're going to have to just accept that the only way to route things now is to start opening frames up. So we'll drop it down and under, and then we'll will come through here, through here, through there, okay, I think that will do it. The question is, have I got enough pipe? And the answer is almost certainly I do not have enough pipe, but whoops. No, I do not. However, I've done quite well to route it this far. Actually, I didn't think we'd get as far as being underneath here by now. Can I get the last piece in? Go on, you know you want to. You know you want to fit. I'm sure there's an angle where I can do it. I'm just going to figure out what that angle is. Maybe there isn't. I think I just clipped my face through the waste gas tank. Oh well. What's that got in it? That's actually got some gas in it, hasn't it? I should check that out in a minute. No, I really can't get in there. It's really annoying. It's so close. Oh, I'm having a nightmare with this today. I just can't get the clip points right. No, that is not having it. I don't even know how I'm going to do that. I'm going to have to mine some stuff out, I suppose. Oh well, right. Let's go and see all the ones we can at least. Whoops. Right, more pipes. Oh. Liquid pipe. Okay, there's probably more of those than we're going to need. So we'll see what comes out at what temperature. I suspect we may need to stick an atmospherics unit into that waste line to strip out the hydrogen in particular before it combusts. Because I think it comes out pretty hot, but building it outside might help that. Right, so we've got to get across here, haven't we? Too far down, never mind. Okay, nearly fits. Right, next thing to do, weld these up. Where's the welder? There it is. I couldn't see it. This one can close. What have I done? Have I used the wrong number of sheets? Oh no, this is a iron. Where's the iron sheets? They're down there. Right. Okay, so the waste gas. Do we want to bring the waste gas onto the hot line or the cool line? I wonder, I'm not sure. I'm going to run it across here. I'm going to move it this way because this gives us options. Because obviously we've got the choice now, we can connect hot line or cool line. I'm hoping the cool will be fine, that would be perfect. So on that basis I'm going to start it connecting in that direction. I'm not going to actually make the connection until we run this thing first though. Right. So we need one more water pipe and I've got to figure out that nightmare bit that needs fixing. Well, in fact, have we got one in there? Yes we have. Right, good. And I need that. Right, and I need to drink some water in a minute. Okay.
Hunger critical.
Yeah, it's all going wrong, I know. It's a tough life here on Mars. Right, okay, that actually could be emptied. Yeah, that looks fine. So let's just empty that. And then I'll just disconnect that tank and temporarily rip up the tank connector. I think that's the simplest solution. Of course, what I forgot to do was to fully weld those frames underneath it to make it airtight. Just occurred to me. Okay, that's good enough. Everything falls in a hole. It's a lot of hassle just to lay one piece of... Oh, it's not even one piece of pipe, it's bloody 2 pieces of pipe. Oh.
Power critical.
Right, that's one less problem. Right, that's fine, I didn't need all those, I only wanted one. And connect that up there we go, look at that. Right, okay, you'd never know that there's been complete destruction caused in order to make this work. Right, I'm going to do a couple of things here. I'm going to stack some of that onto there. I'm going to throw that partial stack in there. I'm going to grab that 50 and I'm going to chuck it in there. So it does one less than I want, doesn't it? There we go, right. I'm going to stash those in there for now. I've got some pipes to spray. Well, we'll grab the other one in a minute. Right. We're nearly ready. Actually, I should connect those pipes, thinking about it. If I connect this up here, then at least, worst case, I can run the thing without it exploding. Although, having said that, actually I need to know what temperature it's coming out, and I'm not going to know if I mix it, am I? So I actually absolutely shouldn't. I need to go and fix up the other end next. That's what I need to do. Let's go inside.
Jetpack low.
I'll fix that in a minute. Okay. Alright, we can probably use those. Right. Told you we'd use this stuff later. You look like you're asking for it as well, Mr. Pumpkin. Get in the composter. Right, okay, so we've just fed a bunch of stacks that should have made their way right under the floor along here. And we're ready to go. And in fact, it's grinding by itself. Okay. As you can see, it chewing its way through that. Right, okay, so let's see, is it actually just running already? It'd be nice if it was. Right, okay, so you can see what's coming out of that is, that's world atmosphere. Now it's active, now it's processing. Okay. Right, yes, and there the hydrogen and the nitrogen content are going up, although it looks like it's at a reasonably low temperature. I think we're going to risk connecting that to the cold waste gas line. Literally just left the one that I could have used, just thrown out here. Should have kept it in my backpack, shouldn't I? Ah! Still, at least I noticed that was left turned on. Right. So if I connect this into here, what I should do is give us a nice additional trickle feed of nitrogen and hydrogen. Well, we've got a lot of hydrogen, so it's not really a problem, but still haven't got enough nitrogen, but at least something's happening now. So, you know, it's a start. Right, let's mix some more fuel. Make sure this fuel valve's on. There's the sun coming up. I always slightly panic when you throw a valve and suddenly everything gets a bit brighter. You think, have I just started a fire somewhere? Okay, I think that'll do for now. Okay, that's quite a bit of fuel, isn't it? Yep, right, okay. We've got water. And we can see, in fact, we've got our first fertiliser. As I say, I'm not hugely fussed about, I mean, it's sort of useful, but it's not like we really have a problem with lack of plant growth. I do think I need to put a stacker on the end of there though, otherwise I'm just going to have fertiliser balls all over the place. Which could be quite good sport, they do roll quite nicely. Right. And then I think we'll make some more of these as well. Guess that's heating. It's a little bit more difficult to tell now I've locked it away. Oh, I've just realised, however, that the gas valve's almost certainly turned off, yes. Do that and allow it to fill itself up. Right, let's get a stacker on here. I think they only stacked 50, but if I can do 100, I'll do 100. Right. There we go. Good. Quite happy with that. The only thing that would be nice really would be I should have put a one-way valve after it so that we could actually monitor the production. Actually, why don't I just do that? So we'll get this on here, we'll be able to see what is coming out. There we go. Right, stack that on there, let's grab that, we'll just respray that. I had a feeling there were some other valves that were not properly sprayed. Maybe I imagined it. No, I guess I imagined it. I mean, there's the one on that line there and on that line there, but we don't need green for them. Right, okay. Well, that should do it, because now I should be able to see what's actually coming out of the composter. Right, there we go. So it's a hydrogen-nitrogen mix at 45 degrees. It's not a huge amount of it, but it's worth having, certainly. Only thing is, obviously, that nitrogen is quite hot. Don't really understand why it's only nitrogen that's coming through. I guess we're waiting for the cooling tower to run a batch, are we? I'm going to put some more radiators on that cooling tower, actually. That will speed it up, and then I think we're going to call it a day for this episode. But we've got the composter up and running, which is really good, and we've split the hab power network, so that's actually two really good bits of improvements that we have done. Right, we haven't got much steel left, have we? I wonder if the rest of this steel ever came out. Yes, it did. Amazing. Let's throw it into the stacker of 50ness. Stash some in there. In there, close that to tidy up. And we'll throw this in here and see how many more of these we can make. Certainly think the hot gas cooling tower is more efficient than the water radiator, which never really seemed to have quite done what I'd hoped it would. I was hoping it would give us a nice supply of super chilled water, but unfortunately I don't think it's dumping heat as fast as the gas generator is creating it. I'm going to stick these on and give me an idea of how many more we need. Quite a lot. Certainly if we're going to fill it, which we may as well. Okay, let's go. Crash. Right. Okay, so split the power network and added a composter. I think the next piece of engineering we probably ought to do on this base is to build a proper ice melt room, which I might do in that corner down there. Oh yeah, I forgot the jetpack was low.
Jetpack critical.
Because that will allow us enough capacity to deal with rockets once we build them. I wondered whether you could collide with the blades, and the answer is yes you can. Don't do it. Okay. Hopefully this should be much more efficient with all these extra radiators on it. I only had 8 before, we've just added 28 I think. In fact, look at that, we had exactly enough to make the perfect amount. Right, so we've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 3, 18 on each side, 36 radiators, so that should have tripled the heat output. I'm slightly disappointed that the pressure's not falling, not the pressure, the temperature's not falling even faster. I guess it is daytime, I suppose that is the thing, it's actually 11 degrees. I reckon it'll fall pretty quick at night time. So the other thing to think about is obviously, if I were to, whoops, pull this up, see if I can do this before it's too late. It's actually the number of moles it's pulling through, 700 CO2, which is the vast majority, so I think you can reasonably call that 715 moles, compared to the 17,000 that's in there. This is going to take a real long time, so I think we might modify that code and just crank the pressure up a bit, because I think with triple the cooling capacity we should be able to cool twice as much and still only take 2/3 of the time, right? So Right, I'm actually going to use a define statement. Define, oops, not quite like that, even define, and I'm going to define something called TGT, target pressure, and I'm going to set that where we've got 500 at the moment, and actually I'm going to make it 1000, and I'm going to do that so it's easier to change it in future. So you can set constants in the code like this. I'm not sure if I've done it in any of the others, but anywhere where you might be referencing it in a couple of places, that's useful. And the other thing we should probably do is we can do the same. We can say TGT temp to 83, I think it was set to. Yes. What it means is if you want to reconfigure the code, you don't have to go through all these places and find, whoops, where the actual amounts are set. You can just change them at the start up here. So that's somewhat easier. Right, there we go. Let's do that. Let's export that. Let's grab it. Let's go, 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 go. Right, we'll dump that. Obviously what this should be doing is gradually bringing the temperature of the CO2 cylinder down over here as well, and we're feeding that into the gas fuel generator room. So it was, if you recall, a little while ago it was at 99 degrees, so that's helpful that we've brought it down, because obviously that is coming in here, and the cooler it is, the longer it's going to last for. That's interesting. Why is that window damaged? That's strange. It suggests that we've either had a serious... Oh, we had a real high over temperature, didn't we? So say over temperature or over pressure. Okay. I wonder what the temperature is in there. Okay, so it's still cooler than the CO2. I was thinking if it was significantly hotter, we would just dump it. Yeah, it's sort of hitting 50, but obviously this is going to come in at above 50, so... I'm going to turn that one up. That's the overpressure clearing vent. The point of that being a bit higher. Oh, we never connected that either, did we? I was going to connect that so that we can dump the gas twice as fast. Let's see if we can sort that. I've got some pipe now.
Power low.
There we go. I don't know if that make any difference, but I thought we might be able to circulate it faster by doing that. Which is all well and good, but actually we're not dumping the heat very successfully, so... Okay, well, it's working. Don't mess with things that are working. Once the CO2 is really cold though, we can start to think about whether we have it feed more in. How did this get on? I haven't looked at this for a few hours now. It'll be interesting to see. Yes, it's really struggling. It's only got the temperature down to 30 degrees even when it's minus 60 outside. I think part of the problem is just the sheer volume of water it needs to cool. I do wonder whether it's worth turning that pump back off for a bit. That's the liquid pump volume empty. It might be worth turning it off for a bit and just letting it just cool right down. We'll just shut that whole system down, just let all the water at this end get into this and cool down, see if we can get it really cold. Because it seems to be staying at a fairly stable temperature now, and I'm thinking if we can get it cold, it might stay cold and then it would actually act as a helpful heat buffer, or alternatively it might just spike straight back up as soon as we connect the system. Who can say? We'll find out, but let's let that just chill itself down. Is there water in there? Oh, there actually is quite a lot of water in there. I am surprised. Shut the furnace down. Where's the purple paint? There's the purple paint. I'm just going to go and finish these pipes that I've just noticed are not done over here. If I can. There we go. And last bit. There we go. That's better. That looks tidy now. Right, we definitely need more floor grating still, but it's coming together. Okay, I think we're going to call that a day for this episode. We're definitely making some progress with our nitrogen capture. Let's go inside the hab and see how we're getting on with increasing the temperature. And the good thing is we've now also got somewhere to get rid of all of the crops we don't need anymore. So for example, all of that, I can just throw it in there and then it can go and be used. Sadly, I don't think that holds true for seeds, but I think I'm going to probably modify the Harvey code in an episode quite soon to just stop it from actually harvesting the seeds. I don't think we need any more seeds anytime ever. I think the seed and crop growing times and yield definitely are something that needs a bit of balance still. Because we just end up, as you can see, with absolutely insane amounts of seeds. You know, and this is after all the things I've done to try to actually manage the seeds a bit better by stacking them and all the rest of it, and still we've just got an insane amount, and an insane amount of pumpkins actually, let's be honest. So I mean, the only other thing that I could do is to make this more of a monoculture and only grow pumpkins, for example. Just have the advantage that they're easy to find when they get stuck. Right, that can all go through there. When you make compost, you can make it with food or with decayed food. It gives different buffs depending on what you've used. I'm not actually hugely fussed about the buff because I think the last thing we need is to grow more crops, but I'm guessing that will become more important as a mechanic once the food is rebalanced. For now, the best buff I think we could get would be one that said stops it leaving any seeds. I can't even get in here. Right, let's harvest this fern so I can see what's going on. Ah, yeah, okay. Let's lob that over there. Right, that could go in there. Right, I feel we need a chicken soon. I have no idea how we go about getting one, I guess from a trader, but we need to do something to deal with the large amount of wheat we seem to be building up. Right, okay, that's a start. Can I get in here? Yes, I can. Oof. Okay, nearly, come on. No. Right, I'm going to have to fly over the top. I should not be having to use my jetpack just to recover food from the greenhouse. This is a poor design. Who came up with this idea? Right, there we go, let's throw all that in. There we go, just think of all the lovely nitrogen that's going to create. That makes it all worthwhile. Smart if I picked them up like this, wouldn't it? Harvest, harvest, compost, so, harvest, harvest, whoops, compost, plant, there we go. Right, we, oh, I should have brought the cans in as well. That was the other thing I should have done. I'm going to throw that wheat in, that's tons, that will make loads of nice nitrogen. So we have got the pressure up to 82 in here now, so you can see it is gradually creeping up. And that's really the point, is just to have multiple methods just to all contribute a little bit towards the overall pressure levels. I missed. Right, and in we go. Just throw them in there. And them in there. See if we can deal with some of these pumpkins, shall we? Although I have no doubt we've got quite a few tomatoes. Actually, we haven't got too many tomatoes. We'll do the last bit of tomato and then we'll start cooking the pumpkin mountain. Unless we've got anything else in here that is canned French fries. Oh yeah, we could make quite a lot of them as well. No, come on, let's get rid of the pumpkins. I say get rid of. We're not going to, we're only going to get half of them, but there we go. We'll have another few cans. I feel like I could probably try and stack these neatly like in a supermarket, but it probably will go wrong. I'll just end up knocking it over. So you can use the T key to put things down rather than drop them. Throw them rather. But they are still subject to the laws of physics, Jim. All falls down. Crash. Okay. Welcome to our new Mars store. See a display of our fresh produce that is available. Whoops. Yeah, okay, this is just... No! What are you doing? Oh, that's not where I put you, is it? Go there. Then you can go on top. Oh, it's just no good. Honestly, I would not get a job as a space supermarket shelf stacker, clearly. There we go. I feel like I should have hung on to some of those balls of compost now. We could have been playing bowling. Maybe I should build a bowling alley. Anyway, there we go. That's for another time. Right, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. We have split up the power. We have got the composter working. We've done various other little bits of tidying up, and we've improved the gas cooling tower. So all good stuff. Probably due a storm, which will probably regulate those solar panels next episode, because I haven't got around to fixing those. I've just realised. Never mind. But for now, that is it for this episode. We are actually coming up for 2 hours. I shall stop mucking about with tins of food, and wish you a good day. So I hope to see you on the next episode.